Hello fellow Sudokans and welcome to Zen and the Art of the Guardian Sudoku Puzzle. It's Monday the 7th of November 2022 when I am making this video. It's Monday morning here, the whole week. We're about to embark on a new week. You could be watching this anytime, of course, if you're a future time traveler. I hope it went well. The future, I mean. I'm not so sure about how the future is about to go. I'm pretty pessimistic at the moment. Generally, I'm very optimistic overall, but I must admit, current conditions in the world with increasing fascism and extreme right-wing policies all over the place are creeping in everywhere. If you are an American citizen, have the right to vote, please use it to do your best to stop the Republicans going forward. I know if you're a left-winger, you might be thinking, well, there's no point in voting for any of the parties. They're all the same. The Democrats are basically Christian Democrats if they were a European party. They're kind of slightly right of centre. It is really important to stop as much harm as possible. Harm reduction, there we go. We have vaccines, don't we, for harm reduction. They may not be able to stop all COVID-19, but they can stop huge numbers of people dying from it. Well, now we have harm reduction in US politics. Please do your best to not allow the MAGA fascist Republicans to win. Okay, let's get on with the game of Sudoku. You've never played Sudoku in your life before, and you're here today for the first time ever. Welcome. Hey, welcome to the lovely world of Sudoku, the beautiful world of Sudoku. It's beautiful because it's a game of logic, and it doesn't require any maths to be able to do it. Hey, look, I've highlighted a row of blue squares at the top there. I haven't highlighted it randomly. I've highlighted it to show you that there are 9 squares in that row. And in fact, in the second row, hey, there are still 9 squares. And in the third row and in every other row, there are 9 squares across. And some of these squares, you'll notice, someone's already written in numbers. What's happening here? Well, of course, you've guessed it already. The object of the game is to fill in the blank squares with numbers. And the lowest number is 1 and the highest number is 9. And since there are 9 squares, it means each number must appear once only. Got that right. Now, is it only the rows that we do? No, of course not. That wouldn't be a fun game, would it? No, we have to also do the columns down here. So you can see 2, 1, 3, 8 are already filled in. We need all of the other numbers to up to 9, no 0, by the way, to fill in each square. And is that it? No. Even if that were it, it would still be maybe slightly too easy. So to make things trickier, we also have these blocks. Here's one in the center. You can see there are 9 squares in this small 3x3 grid. And again, we've got some numbers filled in, 1, 2, 6, 3, 8. What we don't have go in these 4 empty squares here. And of course, again, it's up to 9, no 0, of course. Now you know the rules. What's kept you so long from coming here and playing Sudoku? Now you realize how to play it, and it's nothing to do with maths. You can feel quite confident, right? So how do we go about finding the answer? Well, I'll show you something that you might be able to see already. I don't know, but when I highlight this digit 1 here, by the way, if you're playing the game on a computer, and you can try this sudokuexchange.com to fill in the numbers if you want to. When you click on one number like 1, 2, you can see all of the numbers highlight the same digit across the board, highlights I should say, and that makes it a bit easier. But I would recommend trying to play on pen and paper. Print it out and try to play on pen and paper to begin with. I think that's a good way to learn your trade. Right, now this 1 is already in this row, so it can't reappear in this row here. Now this 1 is in this row, and so, there's only one space for a 1 in each row, right? Because we've got 9 squares and the number can appear once only. So when we look at this block over here, this block of 3x3, we find that there is 1 empty square that's not affected by this one and not affected by this one. It's this square here. These 2 squares are filled in already. So we know for sure that the digit 1 must fit in that square. All right? And that's what we do. We use our logic to find the empty squares. When we find a single empty square that's not affected by surrounding digits of the same number, then that must be it. So look at this 9 blocking down here like this, and 9 blocking down here like this, and 9 across here. We find 1 empty square in this block now, don't we? So that's where the 9 has to fit. Oh, I think you're really getting into it now, aren't you? You're enjoying the game already, I can tell. and thinking, hey, I'm going to do this. I'm going to jump ahead of him. Well, slow down a bit. I mean, you can jump ahead if you like, but I'm still kind of explaining the basic ideas. So we have ones crisscrossing like this up here, and we can see that the 1 has to fit there. You're ready to do it by yourself, you say? Go on then, off you go. I'll just wait. No, I can't do that, can I? I'm making a video. No, I can't just sit here waiting for you to finish. I'm gonna play this game. Okay, 2 blocks up here. Let's find the 2 in that square. 2 across this row. We'll use the 2 that we just put in, and that's often a good idea in Sudoku. One that I often forget myself. I should remember that more often. 2's block across these 2 rows, and that puts a 2 into that square there. Now, what we could do is, if we look along this row here, we find there are 2 empty squares, and we can see what we have and what we're missing. Remember, we need every number between 1 and 9. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a 5? No. Is there a 6? No. 7, 8, 9. So we know that the 5 and the 6 are the numbers that are missing from this row. Now, we clearly have a 6 right here, so we know that the number can only appear in the block 1 time, so 6 is banned from all of these squares, so this can't be 6. So this has to be a 6, and this has to be a 5, right? Okay. Yeah, that's it. Now there's only 1 empty square in this block up here, so we can quickly put that in if we find out what it is. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have a 5. We've got 6, 7, 8, and 9. So we know that it must be a 5. It can't be anything else. Now let's do something it's the same kind of thing, but just look slightly in a different way. Look at this row here. Is there a 5 in this row? Answer, no, there isn't. Now you might be thinking, hey, there's a lot of empty squares. How am I going to know which is a 5? Well, we can look at the 5s that are around here. Now remember, 5 blocks both of these squares because it can only exist once in this block. 5 blocks this square here. 5 from up here blocks this square here, and 5 from up here blocks this square here. So in this row, again, there's just 1 empty square, and we know the 5 must go there. Now there's a 4 here blocking across here like this, and so we know that the 4 must be in that square like that. Missing numbers across here are 6 and 7. Now, actually, we can't say, when we look up and down here, we can't say which is which. So we just have to leave that and come back. Now, this is the thing you have to be a bit prepared for in Sudoku, is sometimes you look for a digit, the possibility of a digit, but you don't find it. Okay, but that's okay. We'll just come back later. What we can say, though, is 7 blocks down here. So 7 is that square. And now we just need a 9 to finish off this block here. If you think I'm finding the digits a bit quickly, that's just... it's not particularly fast. It's just that I've been playing Sudoku for quite a long time, and you get to see the numbers a bit faster, generally a bit, when you've played for quite some time. In fact, I'm going to have a series to help you spot the numbers coming faster quite soon, hopefully in a week or so's time. That's what I'm hoping. Right, now again, we're going to look for the 5 in this row up here. And when I say look for, of course, I already have seen it, and that's why I'm telling you. So you have to spend some time looking first. But anyway, we're going to look for the 5s in this row here. Any chance you can see it? I'll give you a second. That's more than a second. So, oh no, I'm getting a telephone call. Excuse me, I have to take this call. It's probably about business. Bye-bye. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was interrupted by my business partner, who is indeed hassling me. Right. Why is this line highlighted? Oh, yeah, because I was going to ask you about 5s, right? So let's see now. 5 blocks these squares here, 5 blocks this square here, and 5 blocks this square here. So 5 has to be in that square. And then we can say 5 blocking down here, 5 up here, and 5 across here. So that will be our 5. Now we need an 8, so we got an 8 blocking across here and 8 down here, so we can place our 8 there. And now there's only 1 empty square for this row, and that is a 3, so we can place the 3 there. I'm out of breath because I went running into the other room to answer the phone, and now I've also lost my thread. It's a game. Sudoku is a game where you need to concentrate, and it is quite annoying if you get interrupted often. I find it quite annoying when I'm interrupted playing the game anyway. I kind of lose track of what I was doing. Having said that, though, sometimes if you are really stuck, it's a good idea to leave the game and come back at a later time. I find that often you see the game in a new way and see something you didn't see before. That's what I have found. Right, now in this column here, we don't yet have a 2. We've got 3 empty squares, and we don't have a 2, but you can see that this 2 blocks this square, and this 2 blocks this square. So up here, only that square is available for 2 now. Now we'll say 2 blocking across here, 2 blocking across here, and 2 up here means that we have to fit 2 into that square there. And now we have 1 blocking up here. You see, because we've used that 2, we've blocked up a potential square for this 1. And now there's only 1 square left for the 1. So as you go through the game, you know, more and more opportunities should open up because you are limiting the number of possibilities. So now, look, a moment ago we had 1 blocking up here and up here. Excuse me. So we had 2 white squares that were possible, these 2 squares. But now we've got a 1 blocking across here because I just put that in. And so now we know that a 1 has to fit only in that square, can't go in the top square up here because we've got a 1 over here. Got it? Oh, right, you are getting on well. 1 blocks across here, 1 blocks across here, and 1 blocks up here, so we can get 1 there. And that is the final digit 1. What it means is we have 1 in every single one of these small sectors now. So we don't need to worry about digit 1 anymore. Now, when we look at this column here, we find there are 2 empty squares, and when we search for which numbers are missing, we're going to come up with the answer of 4 and 8. That's what we need to fill in these 2 empty squares. Now, when we look across here, actually we can see an 8, and we can also see a 4 here. So we can get either way. So if you prefer to see the 8 here, you know that 8 goes up here. Or if you see the 4 here, you know that blocks there, and the 4 will go down there. So we were double lucky that time. We've got 4 blocking up here and across these 2 squares here. 4 must fit there. Over on this side, we have 4 blocking down and 4 blocking down and 4 across here. So we're going to get ourselves a 4 there. And now there is only this block which is lacking a 4. We have 8 4s. We don't have a 4 in this square down here yet, this block down here, but I know that we can get it because we always can. 4 blocks across here and 4 down here. You can always find that final digit. Right, so 4s are done. Let's have a look and see what else needs doing. Okay, oh no. Almost told you something not true. Let me tell you something true instead. 8 blocks up here, and 8 blocks up here, and 8 blocks across here. There we are. We can fit an 8 into that square there. And the 8 blocks down here, and 8 blocks down here, so that's where the 8 goes. And then we have 8 blocking down here, and 8 across here. That's the final 8. Now digits 1, 4 and 8 are complete. We have 9 1s, 9 4s and 9 8s. We still have to get all of the rest though. Now from this column here we are lacking 3 and we are lacking 7. Those are the only 2 numbers we don't have to fit into this column. We can see a 3 blocking that square there, so we know the 3 is in this square. And the 7 must be there. Now there's only 1 empty square down here, and that is also for a 7. Like so. Up here we can see 7 blocking across this row. Excuse me, I'll try and do that again with more skill of the mouse. 7 blocking across here, so that's where the 7 must go there. Then we can say 7 blocking down here. We still need a 7 in this block. There it goes. And the last number to get here is going to be a 6. either because it's the number in this block, the number in this column, or the number in this row. It will be 6 because there is only one solution, of course. Right, we've almost finished now. There's not much more to go. Let's see what else we need. Let's see what's missing from up here. We need 3 and we need 6. Now let's look across here. Do we have any 3s or 6s intersecting? No, we don't, so we can't say which is which just yet. Let's have a look over here and see what's missing. We are missing 6 and we are missing 9. Are there any 6s or 9s over here? No, there aren't. So, ooh, we think to ourselves, what does it mean now? Well, what it means now is we know what this square must be, because we have 6 and 9 in these squares here. So that means now we only have one missing number, because these two squares must contain only 6 or 9. So that means that this has to be a 2, because that will be the only number left to complete this column. Okay, so 2 goes there. Then we have 2s blocking across here, down here, and down here. And we can place the final digit 2 there. Getting the idea now? Good. We don't have a 3. We need a 3 as one of our missing numbers in this block. So we have 3s blocking across like this. So we can say that the 3 has to go there. Now our two missing numbers are 6 and 7. We have a 6 blocking across here like this. So that's where the 6 goes, and 7 will be in that square. Then we can say 7 blocking across here, 7 blocking across here. And we can get our 7 there. Or we can say there's one number missing from this row, and that's a 7. It's the same thing. That was the final number 7, by the way. Now there's one empty square. Shall we see what's missing in this row? What we don't yet have is a 9. We have everything else. So let's place our 9 there now. And we can also say 9 is blocking up here, and up here. Puts a 9 into that square. 9 across here gives us a 9 there. And the missing number here is a 6. 6 blocks up here and 6 blocks across here. That puts a 6 there. We're almost done, aren't we? Almost home now. Just one number to complete this column. And that is going to be a 5, I believe. And also this is going to be a 5, the last remaining number for this row. And now that in this block or this column, we are just missing a 3. 3 blocks across here, so 3 goes there. And 6 fits into this square here, and we just need a final digit 6 down in this gap at the bottom to finish the puzzle. That's it. That's the Guardian beginner level game. Hope you understood all that. If not, watch it again. You'll help with my YouTube number of views if you watch it again anyway. So please just watch it as many times as you want to. There are plenty of other easy level games on this channel as well. Hope you seek out some of them and try it out for yourself. That's it. Thank you. Bye-bye.